The National Judicial Council, NJC, has recommended the elevation of 11 justices to the Supreme Court bench. The legal body took the decision at its 104 meeting held in Abuja on Wednesday. The council, in a statement it made available to newsmen through its director information, Soji Oye, said it considered the list of candidates that was presented by its interview committee and at the end of the deliberations recommended the 11 justices for the Apex Court bench. It gave names of the successful candidates as Justice Jumai Hanatu Sanke, Justice Chidiebere Nwoma Uwa, Justice Choma Egonu Nwosu Iheme, Honorable Justice Haruna Simon Samani, and Justice Moore Asimo A. Adume, Justice Obande Festus Obunya, Justice Stephen Jonah Ada, Justice Habib Adewale O. Abiru, Justice Jamiu Yamama Tukar, Justice Abubakar Sadiq Umar, and Justice Mohammed Baba Idris. Likewise, whereas the council approved the elevation of Justice Mohammed Ahmed Bramat to the Court of Appeal, it also recommended the appointment of 6 heads of courts, among others. The National Youth Council of Nigeria Northwest Zone Chapter and hundreds of young Nigerians of the Northern Extraction yesterday stormed the National Assembly over the accidental bombing of Tudumbiri in the Igabi local government area of Kaduna State on Tuesday. The youth who converged at the National Assembly complex complained about the increasing spate of insecurity in the north, just as they have called on President Tinubu to immediately sack the Defense Minister, Abubakar Badaru. The youth displayed placards with inscriptions that expressed their displeasure with the incident. Addressing journalists at the entrance gate to the National Assembly, leader of the protest and secretary of Arewa Movement, Nasser Ishaku, urged President Tinubu to prevail on the minister to wake up to his responsibility and also called on the National Assembly to take a cursory look at the stewardship of Badaru and take a decision that is best for the country. A federal high court sitting in Abuja has granted a garnishee order freezing not fewer than 24 bank accounts belonging to the Kano state government over 30 billion naira compensation to incorporated trustees of Masalachi, Eid shop owners and traders association for demolition of their shops in the state. Justice I.E. Eko granted the order in a suit filed before the court by the shop owners and traders over the demolition of their shops, which they described as an illegal action carried out by the state in June 2023. The order was contained in a copy of the certified true copy of the ruling delivered on November 28, 2023 and signed by the registrar, Chioma Chijuke, and made available to newsmen on Wednesday. Recall that the incorporated trustees of Masalachi, Eid shop owners and traders association had earlier dragged the state government before a federal high court sitting in Kano, where the court ruled in their favor and ordered for the sum of 30 billion naira be paid to the shop owners as compensation. And President Tinubu yesterday likened the relationship between Nigeria and Benin Republic to the connection between conjoined twins held together at the hip. Tinubu made this assertion when he received President Patrice Talon of Benin Republic at State House, Abuja. The Nigerian president stressed the need for cooperation for the economic prosperity of West Africa. He stated the lack of synergy between Nigeria and Benin had been an encumbrance to mutual development. Tinubu told Talon that the main reason he never missed his steps was that he always looked forward in all his undertakings. Talon, who sought stronger trade ties with Nigeria, emphasized the imperative of free movement of people and goods between Benin Republic and Nigeria. Earlier, Talon, who was at the State House to seek Tinubu's support in improvement of trade relations ahead of the Economic Community of West African States Summit, described the relationship between the two countries as crucial. And the governor of Central Bank of Nigeria, Olayemi Cardoso, yesterday approved the reviewed service charter of the bank. The charter is a requirement of the Business Facilitation Act 2022 for driving the ease of doing business in the country. The central bank governor said the second edition of the charter supports the bank's vision of being a people-focused central bank. He said the CBN, being a responsible corporate citizen, was committed to ensuring full compliance with the laws and regulations of the country and other international obligations. Writing in the document's forward, Cardoso stated that the service compact with all Nigerians expresses the federal government's commitment to providing more responsive and citizen-friendly governance through quality service delivery that is efficient, accountable, and transparent. He said the service charter document remained one of the requirements of SEBICOM, which expresses the CBN's commitment to its customers. And the National Assembly Joint Committee on Appropriations has urged the federal government to stop tax waivers and concessions already granted to corporate entities. This was just as the Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy, Wale Edun, yesterday stated that non-interest financial market, also known as Islamic financial market, offers cheaper and more sustainable way to raise funding for major infrastructure, hinting that Nigeria would need to play deeper in the global non-interest market. The National Assembly panel said the country was losing huge revenue to tax waivers and incentives. It, however, suggested that all companies should pay their taxes in full to the government coffers and then request for rebate. Chairman of the Joint Committee, Senator Adeola Olamilekan, and other members stated this during an interactive session on the 2024 budget with the Finance Minister, Wale Edun, and his counterpart from the Budget and Economic Planning Ministry, Atiku Bagudu. Chairman of the Presidential Fiscal Policy and Tax Reforms Committee, Taiwo Oyedele, had last month said the country incurred losses up to 6 trillion naira in tax waivers annually. And the Abia state government has opened its doors to enter into economic partnership with Poland and Bulgaria in order to enhance the development of the state. Governor Alex Oti expressed Abia's disposition to robust economic collaborations with the two European nations when he received the ambassadors on separate official visits to the state. The Polish ambassador to Nigeria, Joanna Tarnowska, with her delegation, was the first that visited, while her Bulgarian counterpart, Yanko Yadunov, also came with his delegation. While the delegation from Poland were interested in partnering Abia in the area of agriculture, mining, education, and culture, Bulgaria was attracted to agriculture, trade, education, and human capital development. Governor Oti, who was elated by the interest shown in Abia by the two countries, said his government would welcome any partnership that could lead to the growth of the state's economy.